So this is actually a question about slope. If two lines are parallel, so that would mean they look something like this, then their slopes are the same. So slope number 1 will have to equal slope number 2. They're going the same direction, so their slopes are the same. For perpendicular, so a situation something like this, then whatever slope number 1 is, slope number 2 will equal the negative reciprocal. All right, so let's see if it's one of those cases. Either way, we need to find the slope for each line. Starting with the one on the left. So what I need to do is solve for y. So if I've got 4/5 x minus 2/3 y equals 1. So you could deal with these fractions, or you could decide to get rid of them. I'm going to decide to get rid of them. So what I do is I use the least common denominator. So with a 3 and a 5, that would be 15. And then you just multiply all the terms by 15. On the very left side, 5 will divide into 15 3 times, so that leaves us a 12x. For the y part, 3 will divide into 15 5 times, so that gives us negative 10y, and on the right side, it equals 15. Now to solve for y, so subtract 12x from both sides. And we've got negative 10y equals 15 minus the 12x. The last thing to do to solve for y is divide both sides by negative 10. Or in other words, divide all of the terms by negative 10. These will cancel. Y equals, and then 15 divided by 10. When you divide by 10, that just moves the decimal over by 1. So that would be 1.5. And then actually that's negative times negative is positive. And then a 12 divided by 10 moves the decimal over, so it's 1.2x. So that means the slope for this one is a 1.2, and it's positive. All right, now let's do the other one. So for the other one, let me just grab it real quick, and we'll move down here. So for this one, oh, good thing I did the last one in decimals, because this one's in decimals. Oh, wow, I was thinking ahead. Okay, subtract 2.4x from both sides, because we're still going to solve for y. These will cancel. That leaves 2y equals a 1.1 minus 2.4x. And then the next thing to do to solve for y is divide by 2. So divide all the terms by 2. And I don't really need to know what 1.1 divided by 2 is, because we're only looking for the slope. And then a 2.4 divided by 2, well, 2 divides into 2 one time, and then leave the decimal, and then 2 divides into 4 2 times. So that means it's a negative 1.2x. So the slope for this one is a negative 1.2. And those definitely are not the negative reciprocal of each other, because they actually equal each other. To be reciprocal, they need to be different. And also they're not exactly the same, so they're not parallel either. So it turns out that they are neither. Also, I could take the 1.2. Oh, as you can see, I was practicing before you got here. I could take the 1.2 and then change it to a fraction, and that would be 6 over 5. And then the other one, negative 1.2, change that one to a fraction. So if they were reciprocals of each other, then one of them would say 5 over 6, while the other one said 6 over 5. But they both say 6 over 5, so they're not reciprocals. So that means the answer is neither. So neither parallel or perpendicular.